Hey, good morning, everybody out there. Yeah, I still have my Golden Girl shirt on. It's early. I slept in it. I'll be changing this shirt today. But anyway, I'm trying to do what I've been saying about a little bit about me and how I found out I was Greycloud and some about my sobriety. I will probably do this in segments. But for the first part here, I'd just like to say that at birth, I was known to be Jason. That was a given name. But probably around 31, 32 years old, I was at a drug recovery place in Tennessee, Laverne, Tennessee, at an old motel that they had converted into a sober living facility. One building was male, one building was the females, and then on one side of that building, they still rented to actual people that weren't in the program. Anyway, so I did 3 months there, and I was 3 months sober there, and I met a guy named Theo, and he was real unsure about his spirituality. Well, at this point in life, I'd lived enough on the streets off and on, and always by choice. It wasn't circumstances for me. I had a very good life. I had a good mom. I never went without. The only time I was on the street is just because I just wanted to do things my way or the highway, But that being said, so anyway, the way that I found more understanding of what we call God, the divine source, was by living on the streets. Not knowing in the beginning when I was first ever on the street, like what to do, how to find the places you need to go and eat and get clothes, wash clothes, take baths. But throwing it to the wind and saying, if you're there, get me where I need to go. And never looking back, man, like just from 25 years on, I never had another doubt in my mind that there is something greater than all of us and everything, but it is in all of us and everything. Anyway, so let's cut back to the living sober place. Me and Theo became really close at that time, and because he was unsure of what he believed about in terms of God, I said, hey, man, about 3 months after being there, me and him had been going out into these woods and exploring. I've studied all sorts of spiritual past, religious stuff, folklore, history. Anyway, so we were going out there and kind of exploring our Celtic and magical top roots and stuff. And so as that progressed, he ended up relapsing on alcohol, called me one night and said, F it, I'm leaving the program, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, hold on a minute, don't do that. But I don't want to get into the technicality of what I offered to show him at that point. But as we grew, I revealed some things to him, and about my calling, about what I really am, and that in order for me to move up a level, that I must pass that stuff on. In other words, think of it as like wizard school, but life is the school. And that the only real mentor or teacher you ever had was divine source itself, or trial and error. But basically, most of what you've learned was just through trust in nature, in God, in the spiritual, in the unseen world. And learning that stuff was very life changing. And so, anyway, we ended up leaving that place, going out into Smyrna, Tennessee, about 4 miles out of that town, living in the woods for 3 months. Now, he left about a month sooner from the woods than I did, but it was in February of Tennessee, Middle Tennessee. It was the coldest part of that year there. And I had a job. He quit his job, got a laptop, got all the things we would need, a cool camera. And I said, look, man, I'm going to go to work every day. And you just stay at camp, take pictures, keep the camp clean, make sure we got the firewood we need, make sure that everything's taken care of, and explore like crazy around here. Show me things when I come in and everything. Like, it was great. And then that was like, he didn't know what to think when I first offered that. And he's like, well, how am I going to carry myself? I said, don't worry about it. You just get your last money and get what you need. And then I'll take care of necessities and everything else. But, so, long story short on that, I'm going to cut this short and then continue later. Basically, I had already discovered what I call my true name, and that is Greycloud. The title came a little later, like the gift-giving scribe. But, so when we entered those woods, he was Theedin at this point, Theedin, Thedin, and he knew me as Greycloud. We decided that while living in them woods, we would always be going by those names, and when we left those woods, that's what we would go by from that day forth. And then, over the years, I have truly learned my true nature, what the term Greycloud for my spirit means, and why it is. So there's more to come. Ditto, everybody. Greycloud, the gift-giving scribe, over and out.